Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcast. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Juice Radio Talk Show.
Hi, Jonathan.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, Dustin. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Regina.
What up? I'm going to put Dustin over here because he is lead on this platform for the 90 Day Fiance. So he gets lead chair tonight.
Thank you.
You guys, let's talk about these couples on 90 Day Fiance. Remember, here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show, you guys can join us in the chat, or if you're brave enough, come on panel. The link has been dropped in the description of this video, as well as we'll put it in the comment section. So you guys, let's have a conversation. And Dustin, I have to tell you, people are really loving 90 Day Fiance. They are.
Thank you. I do appreciate it very much.
Yes. So how's everybody doing? Look at Aaron with this cute hat. I cannot stand it. It's so cute.
Yes, it is adorable. Adorable.
You got to show up for Dustin.
Yes. I cannot stand it. It is so cute. Oh my goodness. Star Wars. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
I love it. I love
But
it.
don't worry, I still got the turkey out.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Happy early holidays, people. Happy early holidays to everybody in the chat. So,
Thank you. Yeah, because sometimes people say, why are we celebrating Christmas and we haven't even done Thanksgiving yet? So Aaron's like making sure you guys know she celebrates both. She is not leaving out Thanksgiving. And I love that. I love that. So you guys, Jonathan, how are you doing?
I'm doing so well. 90 Day Fiance is so good. And I was not expecting this. So once again, I want to thank Dustin for asking me to be a part of this, because I'm so glad I started watching this show, because
like I said
a
couple weeks ago. Sorry about that. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't do it without Jonathan, and everybody else knows it. So if Jonathan wasn't here, I wouldn't be here myself. So
I love it.
Thank you. But this season has been excellent, and it causes a lot of discussion, and I love this discussion. I love it.
Come on, that part.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again. Thank you again, Dustin, for this. Y'all say hi to Robin in the chat. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
How you doing, beautiful? She's saying
I know she got something to say about these couples, child. I know she got something to say.
Come on, Robin. I know she got it. Y'all say hello to Maureen and Kathy.
Hello,
That's
Maureen.
my sister.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. I bet she's just as sweet as Aaron. Aaron, is she the one that cut her hair and you guys donate? She was the one on the picture. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you for being here, beautiful. Thank you so very much. And you guys, let's continue to say hello to those that are in the chats by saying hello to Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa. Teresa says, hi from Akron, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so very much. And let's get thank you, Robin. She's saying hello to everyone in there. I love
Hi,
it.
Robin. How are you doing?
I love the love. Listen, Robin says, Jonathan, if you are enjoying this season, you should check out the early seasons.
I asked my mother about that earlier today. I was like, this season is so good. Should I watch the other ones? And she said that they're not as good as this one. So I still might go back and watch them just to compare them.
They're good seasons. I've been watching 90 Days for a long time. So they're pretty good seasons.
Let's
do this. Watch it anyway.
Let's do this, Justin. Do me a favor, because my mic is picking up. Like when both of you try to talk at the same time, it is cutting one of you off. So let's wait until one finished talking, and then Dustin, just throw your finger up or then talk then, okay? Because
I apologize about that. Sorry about that.
It's not a problem. We're learning the system together. I love it. So, Jonathan, you were saying you love that show?
Absolutely. I really, really do like this show because the people on there, they seem to be genuine for the most part, at least. I feel
Mhm.
like we saw a little bit of acting in this particular episode. I'll get to that when we get there. But other
Hmm.
than that, I love to see these couples because I love love. I love love. I love watching relationships and see them blossom. So that's why I love this show so much. And to see the problems that these different couples have, it's easy to get hooked on it.
I know, I know. So,
Hmm.
Dustin, why don't you start us off? Where should we start today talking
I
on
want to
the?
start with Sophie and Rob.
Ooh, go ahead, Dustin. What you got to say about
Well,
these?
they're not gonna stay together because I just got this feeling because she ended up in a hotel at the beginning, the very beginning. She ended up in a hotel, and that's not a good way to start off a relationship, in my
Mm,
opinion. Yeah,
mm.
they're supposed to be getting married. They're supposed to be staying in their own. They're supposed to be the whole show is supposed to be getting married, and it's supposed to be getting used to being with each other. Yeah, she ain't gonna put up with that. I wouldn't do it either. But I just don't see it lasting because he done it again after the first time. She
Hmm.
said
Right.
they found a whole bunch of videos and a bunch of pictures on there. So I wouldn't go back with him for the worst of me. So if I were her, I'd just get a plane and leave.
Wow. I
Right.
mean, she did. She left, and Sophie was like, "I'm not putting up with this anymore.
She
I'm
said,
not."
"I'm not going." She said, "I hope she don't go back to him. I
I
hope
know.
she
Oh,
don't.
good.
I hope she
Aaron,
goes back home."
Aaron, what you think about these two?
I don't like Rob. Just gonna start every conversation about them with
Every
I don't
conversation. I don't like
Might as
Rob.
well.
put it out there. I think she was right to remove herself from the situation and let herself
Mhm.
calm down so that she didn't make a decision out of emotion, and she made it intelligently. I still think you're
Yeah.
gonna go into it emotionally, but at least she's taking time. She's not responding to him. She's letting herself almost grieve what he did
Right.
and process it. And I think that's good and smart, and that shows her maturity most of
Yes.
all, that she knew she had to separate herself for that. I shows his lack of respect for her, that she
Hmm.
said give me time, and he's immediately texting, not just once but a few times, and that just showed his lack of respect, I think, for her, and lack of responsibility for what he did, because even in his interview he wasn't accepting like I did something wrong. He was like, I didn't know her, so it's fine if I did that. No, that doesn't.
Yeah. He's got a. Oh my goodness. But here's something what I caught on there when I was watching that part, and I happen to be watching it with my husband. He watches some of these few clips with me. And Sophie said that she checked his phone and found out he had done this. What did she say? 16 weeks ago or
I think she's at 12.
16
12?
weeks ago, she said 16. I,
Oh,
I heard her
16.
say
Okay.
16. So she said
Yeah.
16 weeks ago, and I'm glad that this did come out in this episode. I hope she doesn't go back to it because I think she deserves a lot more than that, especially when you
Hmm.
already been cheated once, and this is the second time. So she needs to go back to wherever she came from.
But
Yeah.
16 weeks, do you guys think that maybe he was trying to not do this since it happened 16 weeks ago? It wasn't like it was a month ago.
But they were still together 16
Um,
weeks ago. And that's the issue. And the main issue that I have with Rob is he's acting like he doesn't understand that Sophie takes offense to these things, that she does
mhm.
not like it when he does these things. And the fact that he purposefully and intentionally goes to these websites and interacts with these women and asks them or requests these videos and photos, because photos and videos really don't come without somebody asking for them, typically, I would say.
Correct.
And so for you to go to these people, ask them for videos and photos, and when your relationship is based off of the internet, based off of an online relationship, and you do the same with someone else, how do you not see that as cheating? I think he's extremely immature. He's got some growing up to do. And although he is fine, you know what I'm saying? That does not outweigh his issues. It really doesn't.
It does not outweigh the issues. It does not give him a pass. Aaron, I don't know. Do you
And
think
I
these
think
two
we
are
can
gonna last?
see I
I'm
think
sorry,
we
go
can
ahead.
see why he doesn't have a girlfriend from California, because of
Ooh,
who he is because of his living arrangement. You think those girls in California would fall for a man like him? And he's fine. Like everybody knows he's fine. Everybody can agree with that. But the fact that the rest of your life is incongruent with having a positive and healthy relationship, it's obvious why he doesn't have a girlfriend from California. That's why he had to go outside of America to find someone who might not know better.
Child, what Robin said, she don't like Rob either.
Thank
Robin,
you.
No,
I
she
can't
does
say
not.
that I don't like Rob because I'm still attracted to him, but I don't like the way that he does what he does. I don't like his actions.
I don't either.
Erin said she needs Minnie to comfort her while she talk about Rob. You need some support from Minnie.
I don't like Rob.
Hey, y'all say hello to Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Thank
Hi,
you for
Michelle.
being here, beautiful. All right. So I don't know if these two are going to make it.
I don't think they are.
You don't think they are, Dustin?
No, I think she's going to go back to the other country, and I think she should.
Well,
Is
you
it
know what?
bad to hope they don't work out? I don't know if that's mean, but
No, it's not, because you do want them to find true love, not
Right.
superficial love. So
Exactly.
it's not bad. And I think with the insecurity that Sophie has right now, it's just going to be too hard for her to probably ever trust Rob.
I don't think she's I don't think she's going to be able to trust him, because what she said in the replay, or
Yeah.
the next episode coming up, she said, how am I ever gonna trust you? And he says, well, I'm gonna have to show you all over again. Well, sometimes when you do it 2 or 3 times, it ain't gonna come back the way you want it to.
I think he said he's going to spend the rest of his life trying to prove to her that he can be faithful, or something of that nature, something
Well, he said
with
that.
big grandeur or something like
He
that.
said that, but it ain't gonna work that way.
No.
But here's the thing. If he knows that, then why would he want to be with her if he has to know that he's going to have to be waiting all that time, all his life to prove, So it's hard to come back from when you lose somebody's trust. It's very hard to get it back. And some
Absolutely.
people want to put a time limit on it for the other party, but you can't. That's their, you broke their trust. They get to decide when that gets put back, or if it ever gets put back.
I don't think it's ever going to be put back the way it was before.
Right. So needless to say, they have no business being together at
Go
this
ahead,
point.
Aaron. Right. Yes, Aaron.
I was just thinking, and also she asked him if there was any more girls a couple episodes ago, and he lied. So it's not only the trust that he did it, it's that he lied too. That is, so you
continuing
can't
to
even
lie.
trust the words coming out of his mouth, is what I thought when he made his promise. Well, you lied and said you never did this. So
I think that's really what it is. Well, that's why Aaron's comment says, I do not think Rob is fine.
Yeah, I agree with it.
She says she does not think he's fine. Listen, Michelle said Rob is fine, girl, but I don't like him.
Okay. It's all right. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so it is okay. It is okay.
The bathroom outside made him ugly to me. I'm sorry. I could have got over that if other things were better, but I couldn't. There's nothing going up. The bathroom outside might be his best quality.
Well, her mom, Sophie's mom, told her too. Hey, think you need to just come on back home. I don't think you need to be here. I think you need to come on home.
She gave her a list of reasons why she needs to leave him. He's broke. He ain't got no job. He's this. He's that. Like, why would you want to be with it? And I'm so glad. And I'm sure they probably had this conversation in the past where she's questioned why she's with Rob. But I'm glad that she allowed Sophie to do what she wanted to do and to learn on her own. Because sometimes we have to learn on our own and make our own decisions for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. And a mother, mothers understands her daughter's, feelings and what's going on and so forth. So her mom was probably like, I would rather just come and pick up my child right now and bring her back home. But what can she do? Also, there's still the conversation about how are they going to have kids? Are they going to do surrogacy and are they going to do adoption? And I don't think they're probably going to be able to do either one of those two for a while, because that's expensive.
And
yes, it is.
And you have to be in a relationship to be able to do that. And we don't know if they're going to be in a relationship too much longer. Okay.
No, I do not think they are.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm concerned about these two. I really am concerned about these two. I'm not
what do
sure
you
it's
think about?
gonna work
What do
out.
you What do you think about it, Juice?
I don't
What do you
think
feel like?
I don't think they're going to work. And if they do work, I think they're going to spend the first few years of their life, their married life, unhappy if they get married. And
Agreed.
and and you can't get those years back. I mean, to fight for years to try and save a marriage and it ends up uh divorcing because of the same reasons before you got married, it's just too much work. I don't
Yeah,
I think there's too much insecurity on both ends. And
Right.
I'm not sure if it is going to be a safe place because there seem to be tempers on, on Rob's side. And and insecurities, I think, on Rob's side too. But there's also insecurities on Sophie's side. And she admitted that she is very jealous,
Mm-hmm.
maybe she has rights to be jealous because she mentioned her ex-boyfriend cheated on her as well. So
Mm-hmm.
she's got these jealousy issues, and it's a tough call for them. I think maybe the best thing for them to do is to maybe just continue trying to date, but not be like serious. Like we got to get married in 90 days. I don't know if they wanted to
I
stay
think,
together. It's
like I
tough.
said before, I think you're gonna end up back in the other country. Anyway, she is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have no idea. Well, you guys, where are we going next on this one, Dustin?
I would like to go with Gino and Jasmine.
Ja, Gino, and
All
Jazz.
right.
Here we go. Here we go. Buckle up now. Go
My
ahead.
favorite, honey, my
Well,
favorite.
see,
Jasmine, my girl.
she got out of at the very end of the episode. She got
Yeah.
out of the car. She was all mad because she found the lipstick in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought he was cheating. So he's gonna send her back. He's gonna take her to the hotel, and she wanted to go back home. So I want to
Right.
know I just want to know everybody else's opinion on that. I think it was just that was just very uncalled for on her side because it was just a thing of lipstick. It wasn't anything. You know, it was a lipstick, a little lipstick, little pieces. So I don't know
Right.
what she got all been out of shape saying. Well, he cheated on me with this. Yeah, he said, that's just one of my coworkers. So then she got on there and says, well, you were dating one of your coworkers again or something. So she got all mad about that. So I wanted to see what everybody else had to say about that one.
Jonathan, do you think that that was a friend's lipstick in the car with Gino? Where do you think the lipstick came from?
HE double hockey sticks, no. Ain't no way. Ain't no co-worker. Okay. There ain't no friend. I'm surprised he didn't say it was from my mom or my sister. That would have been a more reasonable excuse for it. But the
Yes.
way that he reacted to her finding that lipstick told me everything that I needed to know.
Yeah.
He's clearly guilty. Now, he might not have technically had sex with someone else, but he definitely had another woman in that car. Now, do I think that Jasmine was being a little over dramatic? Absolutely. And I do think
I
that she
do.
kind of showed out for the cameras. I think she just wanted a moment, and I enjoyed every second of
You
that moment. I did. I love Jasmine. I love to hear her talk. And anytime, like at the beginning of the
Oh
show,
my
when
gosh.
at
I
the beginning of the
cannot.
show when she was talking about Gino and his sister telling her that she can't do her wedding on this day because she's going to have a vacation in Florida. And she said, I haven't
gonna
stepped
go
one
vacation.
foot in America. And she's already given me demands. And I love Jasmine. So I do believe that he has had some indiscretion. Don't know the extent of said indiscretion, but I believe Jasmine, and she has every right to be upset with Gino. I also want to say that
Yeah.
while Jasmine was congregating with his friends and while they were asking her these questions at this table, Gino was silent. He said absolutely nothing during that entire discussion. Now, a
Mhm.
man who truly loves his woman, a man who truly has his woman's back, will be like, wait a minute, these questions are a little bit offensive. Wait a minute now. I don't know why you need to know, if the wedding's going to be open to everyone. If she says we're going to have a private wedding, we're having a private wedding. And even if when they asked her, that Republican question. Now, no shade to anybody who's a Republican, but we heard that question. How are you going to be some type of American? I can't exactly remember what the actual question was, but American was in the question.
She
Why
said, "How
does
you
that?
gonna?"
Go ahead, Dustin.
She said, the guy asked her, how you gonna support yourself in America?" She said, "How you gonna support yourself in America?" It's just, she said, "Well, I can't work for quite a while, so he's gonna have to support me 100% till I can get my visa."
Right. But I was
But
so disappointed in Gino for just sitting back that entire time and
Yeah.
allowing them to grill her with all of
Attack,
these. Yes, right. Attack. They were attacking her, allowing her to be all alone while all his friends are ganging up on her. I don't believe that he truly loves her. I think that she's just a plaything for him. Like I said in previous recaps, Jasmine is invested in this relationship. Gino is not.
Aaron,
I agree with that.
What you think,
I agree
Aaron?
with that.
I think Gino is a wimp. So I think his family, he is used to them walking all over him. So I don't think that proves he doesn't love her. I just think that proves he's a wimp. And he is. I mean, I think that's why him and Jasmine work, because she wants to be the boss and she wants to control things, and he's a wimp and he's going to let her.
Yeah.
But in the same way, what she likes about their relationship, she wants him to be different to other people. And if you love him for who he is, then you have to love him wherever he is, in whatever situation. So she likes being in charge. She likes being able to run over him. Well, his family can run over him first. You just weren't the first, honey. That's what I thought.
Aaron ain't playing. Michelle said all that screaming ridiculous, and that was a fake scene. Ooh, fake scene.
It was a little ridiculous. Like I felt like she was acting in that moment. I do think it was still genuine, but her actual reaction to it, I do think it was a little forced and a little overdramatic.
Yeah, Michelle said I did not enjoy all that screaming. She said I can't stand Jasmine. Robin said I do not like Jasmine. She is overly dramatic.
Oh no.
Robin said Gino's people came across as MAGA to me. Ooh.
Very much so, Robin. I picked up on it too. That's why I said a Republican question.
Ooh. Michelle said, me either with Jasmine. Okay. Aaron said, how are you going to contribute to America? I think that's how she was saying, they were saying, how are you going to contribute to America? That's crazy. Michelle said, Gino did not say one word.
Not a word.
He did.
Because he just let her. He just let him talk about it and just kept on talking. And he never stepped in one bit. So
well, you know what? As far as this, sorry about that, Dustin. Go ahead. Hey, Greta.
That just shows me that he don't have her back 100%. You know,
exactly.
If that was somebody like one of my best friends, like on the panel, I'll have it the back in 110%, no matter what it is. But he don't have her back. But that's just going to be a mess.
And then the fact that he was so quick to say, "Okay, I'll take you. I'll go get you a hotel, and I'll take you here. I'll take you there." He was so quick to just get her off of his back or whatever. To me, I don't see no love there. I'm sorry, Aaron. I just don't see no love in Gino for Jasmine.
I think Gino wants to have his voice heard. I think Gino is getting tired of the shenanigans with Jasmine, and now that he's especially on American turf, I think he's getting more of the guts to say what he want to say to Jasmine, and that's why he was in the car being like, "Oh, I'm going to take you to a hotel right now."
Regina, besides the plastic surgery, what other shenanigans would Gino be upset about with Jasmine? What other shenanigans? I understand the plastic surgery.
Just the lipstick episode and her behavior in the car.
Was that not Gino's fault? Okay.
I'm gonna have to tell you this too, Jonathan. When she asked Gino, when she picked up the lipstick, and if you guys go back and watch it, Gino's face was like, "Oh."
Yes.
Just his facial expressions.
Guilty.
Like he was guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah. You disagree, Aaron?
I thought he was like, he knew it was a makeup thing, and he's like, "Oh no, this is gonna be bad." He may not have known how it got there because, like he said, he had the car for a long time. I thought his face was like, "Oh no, I do not want to deal with what's coming next," because he
Yeah.
knew she was good. So that might not be guilt. That might just be knowing his partner. He knew that it was going to be dramatic. He didn't have a good answer, and I thought he said coworker, meaning he didn't think this out. He didn't have a lie ready.
No,
He
no,
did.
So
not a
I
good
don't
one.
think he cheated.
Well,
I
Robin
think he knew that she doesn't want, because she is a jealous person. She does not
Very.
want him even being friends with another woman he has not told her about. So
That's
even
true.
if he did go to lunch with a coworker, because of her jealousy, she would still see that as cheating, and he knew that. And if he did it while they've been together, in her mind, that's still cheating. And so, therefore, even though a normal person would not think going out to lunch is a coworker, he's guilty of not being honest to his partner.
Thank
That's
you.
what I think
I
is
love
possibly
that,
it.
Aaron. Well,
At the end of the
I
day,
know that facial expression.
at the end of the day, he's still guilty. In some way, shape, or form. The lipstick was there. It didn't come out of thin air. It didn't just appear there. It wasn't a lipstick fairy that just threw it in his car, like as Judge Judy would say. No, he is guilty. But you know, I'll leave him alone though for just for now. I'll leave him
Just
alone.
for now. Yeah, just for now. But listen, we could go in on Gino.
I
and
love you,
Jasmine
Aaron.
for a
I
whole
really
hour.
do. I love you, Aaron.
I'm
Rob-
always crying for Gino. I like them.
What I like the two of them too, but I really think Gino is just getting tired. Well, let's see what in the
I
chat.
think he is too.
You too, Dustin.
I think he's tired of her.
Robin said, I usually fast forward through their scenes, but didn't because of this recap. I thought, well, thank you for that. Thank you for the channel. She said, I thought Gino was gangster when he said he called an Uber and she can stay in a hotel.
I thought that was I couldn't believe he was willing to pay for a hotel. Anybody else?
Who said he was going to pay for it? He was probably like, go to a hotel.
Okay.
No, he said, I will pay for a hotel. He did, because I rewound it to see.
He did.
Okay, thank you. Michelle, thank you for the Aaron. Michelle said Jasmine is wearing Gino out with all that drama. And Robin said, I think that we are collectively missing the fact that Gino is an empty vessel. What does he stand for? What does he like? We know nothing about him.
That's very true.
Things
That's
that
very
make
true.
you go, good question. Good question. So hey, Muddy Grace, for being here. Oh, hello, Muddy Grace. Thank you for being here. Michelle said, Robin, that was gangster. That was gangster.
It was. It was a little black. I will say that. It was a little black for him.
Yes. Listen, Robin said Jasmine's tearless tantrums and dropping her phone on the ground and walking with her little sweater. She does need some warm clothes, though, Gino.
She does. She's cold, y'all. She's cold. She's in Michigan. I'll be cold too, child.
She said she's freezing out there. So that Jasmine and Gino, y'all get it together. I don't know where the lipstick came from. Gino, we'll probably never find out where the lipstick came from because it looks like to me that Gino can really hold the secret. I don't think Gino would break. I think he'd just be like, no.
I don't think he. I don't think he would, but I think he would if he got to the point where he could. Because if I hold a lot of,
he may not even know where it came from. It could have slipped out of somebody's bag, and he may not even know where the lipstick come from. But it's just like Aaron said, it's just so bad that Jasmine was the one that found it. Under the feet. But that's
he never cleans anything, so that could have been there for a decade. I'm just saying.
That's very true, Aaron. That is extremely true. That is very true.
1999.
Okay, he did say he's had this car for a long time, so you might be right about that.
Oh my goodness, from 1999. That is so funny. All right, you guys, let's go on over to Ashley and her boo. These two right here. So he did not want to go to the, what do you call it? The
therapist.
The therapist. He was like, Manuel was like, no, he didn't want to go. He had his attitude when he walked in the door. But Ashley wanted to go to a therapist with him, and she picked a Latin therapist, which is good. Of course, you know, you want to have clear understanding.
Yes.
But he wasn't feeling it. And then they also went and met with some more of her friends. And oh my goodness, that conversation. All right, come on. I'm gonna start with you down there. Let me start with you, Dustin. What's your thoughts about these two, Ashley and Manuel?
Well, I think that they have a good chance of making it if they do the therapy and they get their stuff work it out in the therapy, and I do think they have a good chance of making it. So I support this couple very much, and I do think that they're going to make it within the 90 days, and I think they're going to get married. I think they're going to be happily ever after.
Well, all right now. You go right ahead. This shirt is so bothering me. All right, so he listen, Dustin said he think they're gonna make it. Muddy Grace said Aaron always keeps it real.
Absolutely.
You.
Absolutely. That's why she's here, y'all.
Now, Michelle Jim said Ashley and Manuel are a whole hot mess.
A hot mess.
Robin said, yo, Manuel isn't even putting in any work to fake things.
No.
She was his ticket to the US. He don't want her. Oh my goodness, Manuel.
Well, Robin, me and you have a different things of opinion, so maybe we need to have you come up on the panel and explain that to me more.
Dustin, I don't agree with you either.
I honestly don't agree with you either, Dustin. And I had those same sentiments, Dustin, on the first week. I really did. Like I was going to ride for this couple, but
yes,
this episode in particular really let me know that this couple has no business being together. I mean, they're good as a cut buddies. They're good as friends with benefits because they obviously have great chemistry in the bedroom. Because whenever they have issues, they just sex it out. They don't work it out. They sex it out. And
because you know when the producers were talking to her and they were like, weren't you just arguing? And what's her name?
Ashley.
And then Ashley said, we just had sex. Exactly.
Right. And like that just negates everything. Hey, Robin.
And so this is the reason why her friend brought this exact point up. So are y'all working things out or are y'all just having sex? And she didn't answer that question. I don't know if y'all noticed that she didn't answer that question.
No, she didn't.
But Manuel is so immature in this therapy session. Although he is talking, I didn't expect him to say anything during the therapy session, but he wants things his way, and he's not even going to consider what Ashley wants because he's just going to turn on the TV, block her out unless she comes to him purring like a cat for some DICK. But you know, it is what it is.
Robin, what would you like to add to this chat? Thank you for being here, girl.
Give us the real Robin. You know, you always do.
I do my best, but listen, this dude does not like her. He's just glad to be in America. He's probably mad that he's in upstate New York. He wants to get down to the city with more of his people. Did you see the way he was smirking when they were having a conversation with the therapist? And he needs his privacy. ¿Por qué? No entiendo. ¿Qué necesitas? Come on, for real. This guy is dust. I would rather talk about how much I think that you have a better chance of convincing me that Nick Cannon is a good man for all those women that he has children with than you can convince me that Manuel and this chick Ashley with her crazy what did you call it? She's so desperate for this relationship.
She is.
I mean, it's written all over her face because she is just giving. She's giving to him. She's giving into him. She's giving up all of her stuff and herself. I just hope that maybe in about 3 episodes, we see her turn her bruja on and be a real witch. And I don't mean to mean, but I want to see her like come up with a potion or something, make his hair and teeth fall out. That's what I want to see because he is no good.
Not a potion to make his hair and teeth fall out. No, Robin, no.
Listen, if we can see the drama that is Jasmine, I want to see this kind of drama also.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Robin, she said the potion. Hilarious. Aaron, come on, girl. Tell us about these two. Come on now, voice of
Well,
reason.
I've said the whole season that my problem with them is communication. Well, we finally heard from them, and I wish we hadn't.
Really?
I was like, he's worse than I thought.
Yes, very much so. I had that same
I was trying to
realization.
give him the benefit. I'm like, he's just communicating bad.
Poor Manuel.
Okay, he finally communicated well, and I was like, I didn't like one thing he said.
No.
Mhm.
So I'm glad they communicated before the wedding, but selfishly watching it, I was like, I don't want to hear this.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
want to know this.
No
Let's-
business
let's
being
go.
together. They do not need to be together. They can continue to cut up and do what they do in the bedroom, but y'all ain't fit for no relationship. Not together.
No, I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
They don't need to cut up in the bedroom because she's going to keep them around if they keep doing that.
That's very true. That's true.
Oh.
I think that she needs to cut it off there and then see if they actually have a relationship.
Okay.
Mm.
If they keep going in the bedroom, I think she's going to keep them around. So,
But he knows
will.
that's what he can do. He knows that's how he can get her to calm down and be quiet for a minute. Taking her
But
to
the
the thing.
thing, but here's the thing. I wanted the producers to ask them who initiates the sex after
good
their
question.
argument, because from what Manuel said, he said that she comes up purring like a cat. To me, it sounds like Ashley's the one that is initiating the sex and not Manuel. But I could be wrong about that. We don't know.
oh, I thought that when they were done, she purred like a cat. So I misunderstood that one.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I might have misunderstood it.
I don't know. It's hard to
Aaron?
understand.
Oh, Aaron, I just thought about that. When they're done, she purrs like a cat. I cannot.
Because I've heard of women, so that's where I jumped. So maybe I misunderstood.
We both might be wrong. I don't know, girl. I don't know.
I don't know when she's purring like a cat, but apparently he's doing something.
Clearly.
Buddy Grace said a potion with the LOL in the potion bottle. Funny. And Michelle said, witch powers. LOL. I'm telling you, that is hilarious. I don't know what's going to go on with these two. Manuel has got something. He also said he believes, I think he said he could have his secrets or his privacy and all that stuff. It just Manuel,
to her friends,
Yes.
he said he has
yes,
secrets.
he can have his secrets, and he okay with having his secrets, and he feel like she should be okay with having his secrets. But I don't know. All right,
That's
let's
not a relationship.
No.
It's not. Let's talk about the beautiful couple that's in Asia. I'm sorry, I always forget their names.
Nick
Devin.
and Devin.
Nick and Devin. Let's talk about Nick and Devin. All right. So last week you guys said you liked them, and I was like, they're boring. I have to really retract my statement last week.
We all doing it, Regina. We all doing it.
Yeah.
I do like her, and I really love that Devin, when she sat down at the table with the mother and she started crying, and they were like, what's wrong? And then she was in a confessional, and she said, I'm the reason that I'm taking him away from them. And the conversation the mother had with Devin at the table and Nick was so beautiful. What respect and love this mother has for her son and for his future wife. The dad has so much respect, even that he was using his English to talk to her. And Nick was like, good English, dad. And he was trying. I love that the parents were there and they were really involved. But the mother's speech, I was crying. My husband and I were sitting there together. I looked over and he was like wiping his eyes. I was like, here, let me just give you a piece of my tissue, because we were both crying for the love that mother has. All right, Robin, did you see these two couple? Let's start down there with you.
I did. And last week I said they were boring. I didn't like them last week. Totally changed my mind. Totally changed my mind. I like him a lot more than I like her, only because she just is not in her full self yet. And I see that she's very young.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to talk about them being like last week when we saw them at the market with them chewing with their mouth open and smacking. We won't go there. But I really did like,
girl. That's the culture. That lets you know that the food is good. In those cultures, allegedly, if you're not smacking when you're having a meal, you're saying the food is not pleasing to the palate.
I know, and slurping the
know that.
noodles too.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to
Yeah.
the news, but I really like that they seem. I feel like I must have missed exactly how they got together, It seemed like it was in another country. I think I just blanked out on the first episode this season.
They didn't really say. They just said a little bit. They've been dating for a few years.
Yeah.
I believe Nick mentioned that they met in Australia. Now, I don't know
Right.
how their relationship actually started out, but I know that they met in Australia.
Exactly. But I like them. I just feel like the only thing that I want to hear more of, and hopefully it'll come, is what is her life in America? Because she seems very, very, very bland, and she's not descriptive.
No.
And her, just looking at her, she makes me feel like, okay, I was going to refer to one of those other 90-day shows from last season, the one where the cruise ship guy, the cruise ship bartender, I think that she makes me feel like her town is more boring than that chick's town.
Yeah,
dull and dead. But I hope I'm wrong.
no,
I like that.
She said it's kind of boring, but we'll see. Dustin, what you think about Nick and Devin? Dustin, are you on mute? Yep, you're on mute, Dustin. There you go. Uh-oh, I still can't hear you, Dustin. Oh, you're back on mute. Okay, well, he gets that together. Give him a chance to get that together. Aaron, your thoughts on Devin and Nick?
See, I really liked them right from the start. I was rooting for them because I think they're so cute and genuine. I do think she is young, so that's why. But I love the fact that he told her, don't cry in front of my mother because it'll make you think it's weak. But her being genuine to herself is what endeared her to his mother. Because she could see the love that Devin had, and she said, I could see why Nick was attracted to Devin and wanted to marry her. And I love that part when she said that in her speech afterwards. And I love that Devin being true to herself is what endeared her to the parents even more.
Right.
And I love the parents. I thought they were cute. I think Devin and her have a genuine relationship. I think Devin has been honest that she is very shy. So I think that is why it's harder for us to get to know her.
Yeah.
I love that she was asking questions even as they were going down the escalator what to do. And he was like, remember to smile and stuff like that. It showed how much she cared and wanted to make a good impression and how much he was being supportive by reminding her of the things. So both of them are going into this with great communication to each other and being supportive of each other. And that's what I love.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. What's your thoughts on Nick and Devin?
I think they're probably my favorite couple out of this whole season so far, and I think they're gonna make it very much. And I think that they're gonna make it for a very long time. And I think there might be a very happy couple later down the line. And I like it that the mom is supporting the marriage. She's at the very end. She said have a happy marriage. So I know that she's supporting them. And if she would have supported it, they wouldn't have got married to each other anyway. So yeah, they wouldn't have got married because he said to her, if my parents don't agree with it, we can't get married. So as long as they support it, they're going to get married. And I believe that they're going to have a very happy marriage, and we might see them on the 90-day happily ever after. So because I think the happily ever after they're filming right now, so I think they're going to be filming on the happily ever after program.
That's nice. Well, Michelle GM says, I'm sorry, but I was dying laughing when the mom called out the lipstick on Devin's teeth. I was like, Mama got OCD. She like,
would you not point that out for somebody, Regina? I probably wouldn't either.
Well, they were eating. So go, Aaron, you're muted. They were eating, so I'm like, let the girl eat. Go ahead, Aaron.
No, I would point it out too because she was on camera. I thought the mother didn't want the camera to see
part
it.
there on camera.
Right.
Okay.
So no, I would have pointed it out too. I thought the mother was being motherly to Devin. I thought that's what I took from that, and I love that moment.
Right.
Oh, thank you for that. See, that's why it takes multiple minds to have a great opinion.
Right.
I love it. Aaron said, I think Devin and Nick, we will see them again when the K1 visa is approved. Okay. I thought it was real cute how when they were walking across the street and the mom's like, "You want me to walk across the street with you?"
Mm.
Because I was feeling her in that moment because I'm that mama.
Right.
I'm that type of mama. It's just right across the street, but to us, it's a long distance. you know? And
Right.
then how she was waving to them, and he kept waving back. Okay, go, get in the car. Goodbye.
And the dad said, "Did you forget anything?"
Yes,
Right. They,
yes,
they are so loving towards Nick. And you can tell
yes,
where Nick gets his personality from. He clearly gets it from his mother. Because although his father was a little stoic, he was still very genuinely positive
yes.
in this entire thing. Because in the previous episode, he was kind of building it up as if they were going to be like a brick wall,
Yeah.
like we wouldn't be able to penetrate through them. But they were so genuine and so nice to her. And they didn't have to do that, but they did. And I think it's because of the love that they have for Nick, and that they don't want him to feel bad for being with an American girl. But I love the fact that they support Nick and Devin wholeheartedly. I do believe that Devin might be a little camera shy. We
Yes, I
really don't know anything about Devin at this point, and she is quite young. So hopefully, when she gets back to America and she takes Nick home, hopefully we'll see who Devin really is. Maybe she can be a little bit
I
more of herself when she's around
I
her family
agree.
and friends.
I agree,
Mm,
Jonathan.
yeah,
100%.
I also think that when Devin said "you're crying" made it better. I was like, "Oh, so
Yeah,
cute."
The mother
Muddy Gray
dropped the
said
wall.
it made them
agreed.
drop their wall. Muddy Gray said, "I like your optimism." That's what we do on this channel. And Robin said that was a great gesture.
It was.
And Michelle said, Nick have a sweet mom that was precious with their scenes. I know.
Agreed.
Listen, we were so focused on the mom and dad, we forget that I think the sister was there too, or cousin or somebody else was there with a little girl.
His sister, his niece, and his nephew were also there as well.
Okay. Well, that was a beautiful, beautiful scene. All right, you guys. Let's talk about the mama and the hamster.
Oh,
Oh,
Come
that's
on now. Let's get started with these two now. Because she about to eat that little what is that thing called again?
the guinea pig.
guinea pig.
She said, "You make me mad. You may be missing the guinea pig."
Okay.
Gotta learn how to cook first, though.
That's what he told you. You got to learn how to cook first. All right, you guys. So let's talk about these two. Let me pull. I can't remember these names. What is
It's Clayton, and I
It's
don't know the girl's name.
Annabelle. I mean,
Annalie,
Annabelle.
Clayton and Annalie. Well, Clayton is
Annalie, I'm
excited.
sorry.
He's
Annalie,
got
wrong
the shirt
name.
made for her, and he's got the flowers. I love this about Clayton. He was cleaning up that bedroom as best as he could.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for her. I love that. I was like, Rob, you need to pay attention.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gino,
Listen,
pay attention.
Gino, pay attention. Clayton was
Okay.
in there cleaning. He was making up that bed. He's putting a little stuffed animals. He was getting that thing together. He got her the little stuffed animal and all that stuff and went to the airport to meet his beautiful Annalie. And then he's crying when he's there. Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. I'm kind of liking these couples. I'm going to start with you, Dustin. What you think about Annalie and Clayton?
Well, I think they're gonna be. She's gonna be shocked for a while because I think they're gonna have They got two different cultures, so she's not used to all this different stuff now, but she's gonna have to get used to it. And I think they're gonna make it. I really do. But they're gonna have a lot of changes, and they have a lot of changes that she's gonna have to adapt. And I don't know how she's gonna adapt, but she's gonna have to. And
She's going to have to.
if she wants to stay in the United States of America or get married to him, she's gonna have to adapt. But I do think there's gonna have to be some changes on his side as well. One big change that I'd like to see changing is his mother being moved out of there because I think she's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be a big problem, and I see it a big problem with him. They got his mother living there and then her being there, so I think she ain't gonna put up with that very long. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's gonna have to change. I know that the mother did say at the very top of the season, she said this is temporary. Well, temporary is not 6 months to a year. Temporary
3
is
years.
yeah.
Okay.
That's not temporary. So that she needs to find a place. So she needs to let them have their own privacy.
I love that. And Erin loves your optimism too, Dustin. She said, I love Dustin's optimism. I love
Yes.
that. All right, we're gonna go real quick roundtable for with these two because we really want to get into Nick and Justin. Robin, did you have anything to say about Clayton and Annalie?
Mama gotta go.
Yes. Agreed.
Because
Bye,
you know
Mom.
what? I didn't sense the genuineness of her in her how she relates with them as a couple.
Right.
You don't meet somebody and say I love you because it was so performative, it was so overkill.
Ooh.
And I know I got the impression that give it enough time. If Mama stays there, Annalise is gonna become an R&B fan, and she will start playing Lucy Pearl's "I Can't Stand Your Mother." You know that song?
Robin. No, but I'm gonna look it up.
So it's "I Can't Stand Your Mother." She's just so much in our business, and I can't really deal with it. I can't anyway. She's gonna start singing it because I'm singing it already.
Oh, Robin. Erin.
Sharing the wall was too much for me. I
Yes.
just stopped right there when he said they were sharing the wall. I was like, "You lucky she's sleeping in the bed." That's all I could think as a woman. I was like, "You just lucky I'm here."
Okay.
And you think I'm going against that wall? No, you moving. And I thought the same thing Robin did. I didn't have a real feel of genuineness from the mom. I think it almost felt like somebody was coming into her territory and she was like
Right.
eyeing her up and down, like, and not like a mother does, because there is, like, when you meet somebody's mother, you expect them to look you up and down and be like, I'm checking you out for my son. It was more
Right.
like, I'm checking you out. You trying to make me move out of my free room and stuff like that. That's the feeling I got, which I didn't want to accuse the mother of, but it came off very cold. Even the I love you was a little strange to me.
A
And it
little.
wasn't that she said I love you to me, because you could say that. We don't know how much they've talked on the phone. We know that he's had a lot of communication with her on the computer. So it was the way she said it that I didn't feel like was genuine to me. So that's my thought.
Okay. All right. Well, Michelle agrees with you, Robin. She said 100%. She agree with you, Robin. Jonathan, you want to talk about Annalie and Clayton?
Absolutely. I cringed so hard when Clayton's mom said, I love you. And that was one of the first things out of her mouth. And then if you saw Annalie's reaction to that, and she said, oh, me too. Yeah. But, I would probably be doing the same thing because you don't want to hurt her feelings. But I don't get any genuineness out of his mother either. I feel as though, just as I don't know if it was Robin or Aaron that said, it seems like someone's coming into her territory, because remember when she said that he was looking for that apartment, she says, oh, we found our place, or I found my place. Like, she's supposed to be living with him. So I believe we're going to see another side of Annalie further down the line, because when he said, "Are you too tired to complain right now?" She said, "Yes." So I think we're going to hear what Annalie's true feelings are. I believe that she will relate those true feelings to Clayton. I'm not sure if Clayton has the backbone to make those changes that she might require of him, because she said, "Ain't no sofa. Ain't no table. Where we gonna eat?" His mama's living in the closet. Some changes need to be made. So I'm pretty sure Annalie will put her foot down, and I cannot wait to see it. But I love Clayton. I love his blue eyes, even though he's pretty short, and I really don't get with the short men like that. But he's very nice, and I really like how genuine he is. And the fact that he was crying when he saw Annalie at the airport showed how much he really cares for her, and I love to see that.
It does. Well, we got 15 minutes left because we do have church news coming on tonight, but we do have to take these 15 minutes to talk about this next couple. Listen, next week, we're going to probably start off the show with this couple, Nick and Justin. Nick and Justin. Oh my goodness.
Is it Nikki or is it Nick?
Nick? Isn't it Nick or Nikki?
It's Nikki.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying it. Forgive me, Nikki.
Regina, that is so ironic, but we're not going to go there. We are not going.
I was not even trying to say, because I'm thinking so many names, but Thank you, Dustin, for correcting me.
That's because
Nikki,
there is
I
a
do
Nick
apologize.
on the
I
show,
kind of said,
so that's why it's
then
confusing.
I'm like, okay,
Right.
what are you talking about?
Right.
I'm talking about the other Nick, like Aaron said, that's on the show.
Exactly.
Down
Exactly.
my head. All right, you guys, let's talk about Nikki and Justin, and let's go ahead, and I'm gonna have to start down there with Jonathan because this is his couple to talk about. Jonathan, go ahead and start us off.
Here's my thing. I think I said this last week. Nikki needs to find a man who is trans attracted. I'm so happy that Justin relayed to his friends the issue he has with their intimacy. That even though she looks physically like a woman in his mind, because he knows that she is trans and she has not always been a woman, that is creating a blockage in him to where he cannot fully give himself to her intimately. And then the fact that she asked his friend, do the girls, do the men get down and dirty with the girls here? And she was like, yeah. He was like, oh, so because before I told him I was trans, he had no problem getting down with the get down. But after I told him, he don't want to do it. Clearly, Nikki, Justin has an issue, whether you want to accept that or not. Justin clearly has some type of mental issue where he cannot get past the fact that you are trans. If you want to be happy, if you want the relationship that you've always wanted, and I understand that she feels like she sees that in Justin, but he's never going to get there. I will repeat that. He is never going to get there because the fact that she is trans will not change. He needs to tell her what he told his friends. He really needs to tell her what he told his friends because she does not know that. At least I don't think she knows that. She should be aware of that being a possibility. Because if I was trans and he's having those issues, that thought would definitely cross my mind, especially if he found out I was trans in the way that he did. But he really needs to tell her straight up the reason why I can't do this, and that is because I know that you are trans and I can't get past that fact. And, I at the beginning of the show, I was surprised to realize that they had actually done it. But of course, it's not enough for Nikki. Nothing's ever enough for Nikki. Nikki is never going to be completely happy with Justin. She's never going to acknowledge the things that he does for her, although she did acknowledge the fact that he brought her around his friends. And I love the fact that she acknowledged that. But she doesn't acknowledge anything else nice that he does for her. She doesn't acknowledge his affection for her. She doesn't acknowledge the beautiful flowers, although she did acknowledge the flowers, but she said that's not enough. Nothing will ever be enough for Nikki in this relationship with Dustin. Never going to happen.
Yes. And Muddy Grace agrees with you, and so does Michelle. Muddy Grace say well spoken, and Michelle say yes, Jonathan.
No business being together. Business being together.
And Michelle said, right, Jonathan, Justin need to come out and just tell her how he really feel. Now, I think if he does that, she's going to have a whole conniption fit.
And I think that might be the reason why. I think that might be the reason why he hasn't told her, because he thinks she might leave him, because she knows that the fact that she's trans is not going to change.
Aaron, you're up.
So I had a discussion with my sister Kathleen, who's in the chat tonight. She brought up a really good point. Justin may not trust her because the way he found out she was trans, my sister said, I wouldn't count that if I was Justin, because she just said it in an argument. So he may not trust. She was never going to tell him, almost, it feels like. They could have gotten married the first time without him even knowing. So Justin may not have the trust there to go and be open about his feelings to this woman who hasn't built that trust up with. So in that way, that was my thought on that. Because there's no trust for him to be open about his feelings because she has broken that trust.
She's broken.
And she may feel bad about it, but she hasn't. Every time he does do something forward and he's like, hey, wasn't that great? She knocks him down. And I'm pretty sure that when they're done with the friends on the way home, she's going to knock him down for something. And that's my thought. He can do something good, but she won't just praise him. She'll say, yeah, that was good, but not enough. Like Jonathan is saying. And how can he then trust to share his feelings? Because I do think he is really in love with her, afraid of losing her because he genuinely loves her. So he doesn't feel like he can trust her to share and be
I
open.
love
And maybe they
Aaron,
could work through stuff together.
Aaron,
Yeah.
I feel as though he's in love with the woman that he initially met. And he's
Right.
holding on to that. And that is the only reason why he's still putting up with her BS.
Yes.
And he did say at the table that he does love her. He said, even though that's her past, when she spoke about her past, he said, even though that's her past, that's her past. I'm not with her because of that. I love her for who she is. And yes, she had a terrible past. And I'm glad she shared that on camera as well, because there's a lot of other people that are dealing with those same things that had dealt with. But even in that part, I don't think she needs to go back and watch his confessionals so that she can really see the care that he has for her, and having her say all of those things in front of his friends, a different culture. And even though, like, the girl that was there, the friend girl that was there, and the way she's gasping and the way she looking, she's like, I just couldn't even imagine. I that to me was just like, I love that moment, that whole moment that they had. But the most that I loved at that table was Justin saying, I'm not with her because of her past. That has nothing to do with it. I love her for who she is. I love that. Michelle said she is going to flip out when he tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And she also agrees with you, Aaron. She said, that's true, Aaron. Robin, what's your thoughts on Justin and Nikki?
If I recall, last week I said very strongly that Justin has issues with the fact that she's trans, and he has a problem with the fact that he realizes that thinks, or is he maybe kind of trans attracted? He has to work that out. I'm gonna tell you really honestly, I agree that he cares about her. Jonathan made the most perfect point, which is the person he initially met is who he's still in love with and he's holding on to. But the meanest thing I'm gonna say, and I mean it, and it's really mean. I would really be in favor. Well, let me. I have a rationale, but I'd really be in favor of him ghosting her. Like, let her come back to the U.S. and just totally ghosting her, because, like we've already said, she doesn't listen, she doesn't understand, she doesn't take in, she doesn't respect. She is going to flip out. Yeah, that's fine. But she also has that mentality that is nothing is ever good enough. She's like those people, like they talk about people who maybe used to be, let's say let's say you were on public assistance, right?
Yeah.
And you can get the filet mignon and the lobster when you go to the supermarket, and then you be like, how come the supermarket ain't got no caviar? Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing's ever good enough for her. I want him to ghost her, find him a nice Moldovan lady, marry, and keep it moving.
Touche, Ace Boon Coon. Touche. She deserves it. She
Aaron
deserves
is disagreeing.
But Aaron is nice. I'm not.
Go ahead, Aaron.
No. No. First of all, because I don't think that would be closure for him.
It would.
I don't think that's a good ending for him. I don't think he does seem like a sensitive person. I don't think he'd be able to forgive himself if you wanted to go from his standpoint. He seems like a guy who holds on to things. Obviously, he investigated trans after they broke up, so he holds on to things. Mm-hmm. So even if you just wanted to go from the selfish point of him, he would not be able to forgive himself. He's a person that holds on to things. Second, she has already been emotionally dumped, trashed, abused in her life. Don't do any more to her. At least say it's over. Even if he doesn't explain, everybody deserves to say, here, it's over. I don't care if he texts it. He needs to hear that. He needs to say that for himself, and he needs to say it for her, because whatever you think of their relationship, they are in a relationship, and both parties should matter.
There you go. Listen, Jonathan want to rear back in his chair and like he disagree. Listen, Michelle said mic drop. I think this was on Robin talking. Go ahead, Jonathan. We're gonna
This is why I love Erin, because she always brings me back to reality, because Justin is obviously not the type that would want to do something like that because he's so emotionally involved in that. It's just that for my preference, I would love for him to do that because of all the things that she has done to this poor man. She deserves it. But you know what I'm saying? As far as her past is concerned, yes, that is her past. And I respect her for getting through that and getting to the point to where she is now.
Yes.
But the way that she is treating this man, no one deserves that whatsoever. And she has no accountability for it at all. And I can't stand that. And I won't stand for it. I can't.
And I think that they should probably break up if they cannot work through things, and then she would deserve that.
I don't even
She
think
would
she'll
deserve
let
to
him go.
lose
I
him
think that she would
for
try and
what
make
she's
him
done.
miserable. I think
Yes.
she would actually try and make him miserable before she actually lets him fully go. I don't think that she'd be able to walk away from him.
But at that point, he could, as long as he has said it's
Yes.
over, and then he doesn't communicate, I would be fine with that. But I don't think he could move on if he does not say the words.
I agree with that.
I don't like nobody hanging out and be like, what happened? What happened? They just, at least like you said, send a text. Aaron said, send a text and say it's over or something. Let them know. Robin said in the chat, can someone please tell me how to get in touch with Justin? I would like to counsel him out of that relationship. Oh,
okay.
Out of the relationship. Counsel him right out. Michelle said, Robin, OMG. LOL. Listen, I think she is really, if they don't stay together, it is going to be very difficult on the next woman that Justin gets with. First of all, she is very controlling with him. She changed the man's whole name. His name is not even Justin.
It's Igor.
Igor. She changed his whole name. She's trying to change so much. I totally agree with you, Jonathan. I said in one of the previous episodes on commentary, I think he can't get the thought out of his head that she is trans, and he's having a difficult time with that. However, I am giving him claps and kudos because he is still trying.
He's trying.
But she is
still trying.
tearing him down because she wants him to be like American people that are like, okay, I'm going to just accept this. We good. She does not want him to have his own feelings about what's going on. She wants him to just dive in and rush and be like, okay, we're just doing this. And she has to understand she's pushing away a really good guy.
She wants him to be a trans attracted man, and he will never be a trans attracted man. Attraction comes to you at a very early age. That thing don't change later on down the line. If he's not there now, he's not going to get there ever.
Well, and that's an important part too, Jonathan, because what a lot of people have to understand, sometimes like with Justin, they find out this and then they try to continue to play the role, and it's just what they're doing. They're playing a role.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Actually, I thought about this when the season first started. He was attracted to her in the beginning, and those pictures, she looked like she was trans. So, and he said in his culture, he didn't know that much of trans. He could have always been attracted to trans and just not known what it was called.
Or maybe he was just attracted that she was a different looking type of girl that he liked, because in some of those countries, women look more masculine than men.
Oh, that's true too.
That's very true. There are some trans attracted men who are attracted to trans women, but it's a possibility that they may not have actual sexual relations with those women because of what Justin might be going through. But there's a chance, Aaron, that he was attracted to her because she's trans. But once you get to the bedroom and the ish don't work out, when is it going to work out? When will he get there? That's my question to Nikki.
But he's also being beaten down by her a lot, so it's harder to tell. If she wasn't beating his self-esteem down all the time, maybe he could see if he was. I think every time he does have sex with her, it's never enough. Whatever he does is never enough. So
Aaron, I don't think that that's the issue. The issue is the fact that she is trans. It's not the issue of her beating him down so much. That's not an issue because he agreed to have sex with her. The issue is, and this is exactly what he told his friends. Yeah. He can't get out of his mind that she is trans, and that's never going to change.
That's so true. No matter how comfortable they get, Jonathan, what I hear you saying is no matter how comfortable they get sexually, he's still going to have in his mind she's trans, and that's going to always be a form of blockade in their relationship.
Exactly.
I get it. He's going to have to determine what he wants to do. I wonder if these two are going to make it to a tell-all.
I don't think they are.
I hope they don't.
And if they do, it's going to be a hot tell-all, because they're not going to. You know how Sean Robertson is. Sean
Well,
Robertson is really gonna. Sean Robertson is really gonna bring it out. And
Mhm.
if they do make it to the tell-all, they're gonna be walking out of that tell-all 5 minutes in, because Sean Robertson really goes out. She really gets all the hot tea. So if they make it to the tell-all, I'll be really surprised. But I hope they don't.
I want to see the Sean Robinson you're talking about, because I have never seen Sean this season. This last tell all she did was the most that she ever came out saying anything or ask anything. It is
Well,
the very
Sean Robertson has been like that for several years. But
Sean is plain. She doesn't rock the boat. She doesn't get you any backstory.
no, that's
She
not
doesn't bring up
who I see.
issues. She is a plant for the network.
Network. Yeah, she is. She
Um,
is.
she
I
does
gotta
really
agree with
good
you
on
with that
Sister
one.
Wives, though. So I don't know. She pushes the buttons there. So I think it depends the situation, and I always wonder if hers is more scripted than her. So
100% scripted.
Well, sometimes I blame the network, because I think the network tells her how to be or what to do. So
They
she
do.
did. She has to go off the network
right,
what they want her to.
I'm sure the network is writing what the questions on the cards for her. I'm sure she's not really involved in what is the actual conversation that's going to be held between her and the couple. So
Well, you guys, this has been really interesting. This 90-day fiance chat. It's always so fun to come over here and have this chat with you guys. I appreciate you guys all being here in the commentary, in the comments as well. Everybody on panel, thank y'all so very much. Dustin, you have really opened up a new venture for us over here at the Juice Radio Talk Show by having this 90-day fiance chat. You guys, there's so many other 90-day fiance shows that are on here that I'm truly enjoying. 90-day fiance the other way
The other way.
is
The other way
another
is good.
show.
The other way is a good one too.
Oh my goodness, I see myself yelling at the TV sometime. Maybe I'll just video myself one day watching one of these shows and you guys can see me. I'm like, boy, please, not right. You crazy? I cannot. My husband comes in there like, what are you doing? I'm like, watching my shows. He's like, okay, tearing somebody up again. But you guys, these shows are very interesting. And I love that they're sharing so much more information that we can learn from. So don't just watch these shows just to laugh. Look at the items you can learn from. Yes, Aaron.
I was going to say at the tell-all, they do have couples that have broken up that still show up to the tell-all. Just one's usually on the TV. So we still have hope, even if they break up, of getting to see them at the tell-all and getting to see some questions that we have asked.
Yes.
And we'll know in just a few weeks, because if we watch the TLC, I think their Twitter, you can actually put our questions in and see if they get on the tell-all.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, well, we will take a look. Thank you, Muddy Grace, for being here. Muddy Grace says, thank you very much for the afternoon sunshine. All right.
Muddy Grace's first time. Thank you, Muddy Grace.
Thank you. Come back again. We love to have you. Michelle said the other way is another hot mess. Yes, girl, because that guy in Panama, wherever he is, that don't want to work, but child, let me not start, because I got to get you to the show. Let me not start. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Remember, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, make sure that you click the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Logo is on the screen. And we appreciate you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. And thank you all to our new subscribers. We're doing great on those numbers. Give us a thumbs up on this video today, as well as subscribe. Subscribe today. It's free and it's easy. Just click that subscribe button today. All right. Thank y'all for being here, you guys. We're going to get out of here, but we're going to be right back with our next episode, which is our church news segment. You don't want to miss this one. This one is going to be so good.
Love y'all.
And we love y'all. All right, team, on the count of 3, we're going to say good night for now. Ready? 1, 2, and 3.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.